have a look at group content. Raids are 10-man instance encounters. There are 7 raid wings with 21 bosses to kill across all of them. You don't have the expansions associated with the raid, no raid for you. This content is some of the hardest in game. Fractals are endgame 5-man content. They scale in difficulty from very easy, like something that I could do, to very difficult, something that I have failed at numerous times. You have to be level 80 to play them. You have to have specific components in Ascended Armor to even survive the higher levels. Fractals are fun, it's very interesting, good content in my opinion. Story modes are 5-man instance content linked to the story. So you do these as you level, and all these dungeons have explorable modes which offer different stories and different paths through them and different rewards to discover and unlock. It's good content, the story modes, but there's only a few of them and they are all associated with a personal story. We go from instance content to open world. Open world boss trains are, well, it's like an open world raid where players group together to defeat the game's open world bosses found on the core maps. These bosses are on a timer, and this is actually great content for newer players. You get dragged all over the map, you get to experience a massive zerg of people. It's genuinely good fun, easy group content to kind of get your toe in the water of getting into a group. Onto Path of Fire bounties. See, kind of like a boss train. So it's groups of players who spawn open world bosses via the bounty system. There's bounty boards in towns. You go, you grab a bounty, you head to the location, you activate the bounty. Think of it as like a world boss on demand with individual cooldowns. Great fun if you have Path of Fire, highly recommend. Some awesome rewards linked to these bounties. Let's talk about map metas, which is still in the open world event kind of category. So a map meta event is a map encompassing objective linked to the story. 4 Heart of Thorns maps have meta map events. Path of Fire has 1 meta map and Iceberg Saga has 1 as well. You band together in a raid, you defeat bosses on the map, which culminates in a kind of big boss battle at the end, and there are huge amounts of rewards and materials to gather from this and tokens, and it is a huge thing. They happen all the time and they're on timers. Now there is only 1 meta event map outside of the expansions, and that's linked to the Living World Season 2 storyline and is located on the Silver Waste map. It's a good fun map, I highly recommend that content. But how do you get into it? Well, if you want to see what groups are forming and running at the time in game, click here, you open the LFR, give a group tab, and you will find groups running here. It's all categorized, it's all very organized. You can look for groups and you can start groups yourself. And this is not just used at endgame, you can find leveling groups for this, or role-playing groups for this, or you can start groups. Highly recommend people using the LFR tab. Please do like, share and subscribe, and please show some love to my wondrous patrons. Thank you all so very much for your generosity.